All right, let's talk about something we all think about, friendships. Today, we're going to flip the script on the whole idea of popularity and explore the hidden power of having just a small, tight-knit social circle.
Have you ever been there? You're scrolling through your phone, you see these giant group photos, and you get that little pang of anxiety like, wait, should I have more friends? It's a really common feeling. But what if that whole way of thinking is just wrong?
Because here's the thing. Psychology is actually starting to prove that choosing quality over quantity in your friendships isn't some kind of social failure. No, it's actually a sign of some incredibly powerful personal strengths.
So let's just bust this myth right now. We're all sold this idea that the more friends you have, the happier you'll be. But the reality? The actual truth is that the depth of your connections is what really builds your inner strength and makes you feel fulfilled. So let's break down what those strengths actually are.
First up, and this one is a biggie, fierce loyalty. And we're not just talking about being a decent friend. This is like a core, defining characteristic for people who have that smaller, more intimate circle.
Think about it like this. Your social energy is like a battery with a limited charge. If you're not spreading it thin across 50 different people, you can pour all of that energy into just a few. And that creates this incredible, unwavering commitment, a bond that is built to last no matter what. And you see this in the real world, right? It means you're the first phone call when things go sideways. You're the one who remembers the little things, the inside jokes, that big scary presentation they have coming up. Because your energy is so focused, you build a level of trust that is just unbreakable.
Okay, so that loyalty actually leads us right into our second strength. Having a smaller social circle really sharpens your intuition. It basically turns you into an amazing judge of character.
When you spend more of your time in deep, meaningful conversations, you just naturally learn to look past the surface. You start to develop this finely tuned people sense that helps you get what's really going on with someone, way beyond just the words they're saying.
And this skill is so practical, it's like a superpower. You start noticing the pauses, the little hesitations, everything that's not being said. You can spot fakeness from a mile away. And honestly, this is one of the best ways to protect your own energy, because you only invest in people who are the real deal.
This flows perfectly into strength number 3, true authenticity. See, when you're not constantly trying to impress a huge crowd, you get the freedom to just be yourself.
Sometimes you have to act a little different depending on who you're with. Well, with a huge network, you're doing that all the time. It's called code switching. But with a small, trusted circle, that pressure just melts away. There's no performance. It's just you.
Think of all the energy you get back when you don't have to put on a show. Your friendships get built on a solid foundation, who you actually are, what you really believe. And the best part? You start to naturally attract people who like you for you, which is the secret to those deep, fulfilling relationships we all want.
All right, on to number 4. This one is all about inner power, radical self-reliance. This is the kind of strength you build when you don't have a giant social safety net to catch you every single time.
Now, this is really important. This isn't about being lonely. Not at all. It's about developing the confidence to handle things yourself. It's that quiet inner strength that comes from not needing a constant stream of likes or validation to feel good about yourself. You just get comfortable in your own skin, comfortable with your own thoughts. Your confidence starts coming from the inside, not from the size of the crowd around you. You learn how to be your own best friend, which honestly makes you an incredibly resilient and capable person. And that brings us to our 5th and final strength. And in our super noisy world, this one might just be the rarest and most valuable of them all: exceptional listening. Let's be honest, most of us listen while just waiting for our turn to talk. Exceptional listeners, they do something totally different. They listen with one goal: to understand. It's an active, engaged skill that makes the other person feel completely and totally seen. This is the secret sauce that makes those few friendships so incredibly deep. You're not just hearing words, you're hearing the feeling behind them. You ask better questions because you're actually curious, and that creates a safe space for people to be vulnerable, which is the absolute foundation of any real connection.
So let's put it all together. What maybe we once worried was a weakness, having just a few friends, is actually a collection of some seriously powerful assets. It's your quiet strength.
So just to recap, we've got fierce loyalty to your people, sharp intuition to see the truth, true authenticity so you can just be you, radical self-reliance to stand strong on your own, and exceptional listening to create those deep bonds. These aren't just little personality quirks, they are absolute superpowers.
I think this says it all, doesn't it? It's not about the crowd. It's about your core. It's about knowing, without a single doubt, who's going to be there for you when the party's over.
So I'm going to leave you with this question. Looking at that list, which of these quiet strengths do you see in yourself? Which one really hits home for you? Go ahead and drop a comment. I'd love to see what you think.